Yo, my peeps, big up on yourself, you know. Joe lead there again on a Yaadman Sports Review, you know. And today, we're going to talk about cricket in the West Indies. To my right, this man loves cricket more than anything else. Really cricket expert, have a lot of knowledge to share with us today. This is Mr. Castell May. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Now, Mr. May, why do you think cricket is going down in the West Indies?
Well, one of the reasons I know is that back in the day, cricket was a everybody thing. The family, the whole village. When I was growing up, when cricket match being played, children come out, adults, mother, grandmother. It was the in thing. So, as a matter of fact, any cricket team you make, it was a source of pride and joy. When you make your school team, it's a big deal. Nowadays, if you want, the school want to send out a thing to play cricket, you have to beg people to go up on the side.
So true.
So, and then again, television and marketing and publicity. When I was growing up, if a youth come and him tall, say, yeah, there goes a fast bowler.
Yeah.
Nowadays, when is the NBA dominate cable TV and so, when a man tall, he's a basketballer. So it will lose some of the talent to those sports that are more popular. Yeah, because the media play a bigger role in sports than you would even realize. When I go around, and just to refer to football for a moment, most people can't tell me the name of Jamaica main striker, who a Jamaica goalkeeper, but everybody can tell you, down to the manager of Man U and Man City and Liverpool and Chelsea and Arsenal.
True.
Because of media. That's a big influence as well.
True. Because I play cricket when I was going to school, and to make the cricket team, say done. Because myself St. Andrew Technical High School. I was a wicket keeper. And playing cricket is not awesome. Cricket is a gentleman's game. Cricket teach you more than one thing, but one, to have belief, and two, just to be patient. Two things cricket teacher. One, to believe, and two, to have patience. Now, West Indies, we played against Bangladesh in the subcontinent, and surprisingly, we won. Not just one, we won convincingly. We beat them 2-0. We swept them in the subcontinent, and that didn't happen in how many years? I can't even remember the last time West Indies won. Now, before the match was being played, who do you think would have won the match?
I'm not even sure if the coach did expect him on side for the win.
All right. Worse in Bangladesh.
Worse in Bangladesh, because you don't beat those teams over there on the subcontinent. Whether it's a matter that they fix the pitches to match their bowlers or what, but they always have the advantage at home.
Always. And another thing, going to school, these young kids now coming up, all they talk about is football, basketball, every other sport except cricket. And why do you think that is?
Partly it's the same, as I was mentioning before, where the focus shifted because of television and media and the things that are generating interest, money also. If it's track and field, the money is. If it's easier to get a contract to go and play MLS or English Premier League or so, that's where persons are going to go. Back in the day, when we had active county cricket, and a lot of West Indian cricketers were going there to make their name and make money. So it's largely economic. That is why, for example, nowadays, not many people gravitating towards Test cricket. Some of our best talent opt almost exclusively for the shorter form of the game. Yes. 2020, now you have 10-10, because that's where the money is.
Yes. And another thing, what I think is it growing up, are these young kids nowadays, they have never experienced or watching a winning West Indies side. Because growing up, we say the Courtney Walsave, the Clive Lloyd, Brian Lara's, Kurt Ambrose, all we see a winning West Indies team. So they know watching cricket, it's all about West Indies always losing. So they see that now, they say, Boy, that waste of time for me to play versus them because them all is a lose. And then another thing is how the board treat the players. Always lockdown, lockout, no money, this, that, always some negative thing about the cricket. So I as a youngster looking outside in, say, but no, that's not a sport I want to go
That's not
into.
a sport I want to go into.
Yeah. Not that's what I want because they're not treating the players right, and then the players are not performing, not going. It's like there's no motivation to play cricket anymore. No motivation.
Boy, this is like a serious joke. I remember some years ago because we were losing everything, losing to Sri Lanka, losing to South Africa, and I remember on the radio the presenter one morning was telling a little anecdote about, all right, this little boy, he was getting abused at home. And the police, so he ran away. And the policeman catch him on the road. And the policeman said to him, I'm going to take you home to your mother. You can't be on the street. And he said, no, when you take me home to mommy, she have all the little nephews and niece, and the whole of them turned on me and take set on me and beating me up. That's why I ran away. So the policeman said to him, should I take you to your father then? He said, no, daddy, worse of him first start to beat me up, make me go to my mother. And policeman scratch him head and say, what am I going to do with you? Where am I going to take you? Should I take you to your grandparents? No, them too soft and they can't defend from. Should I take you to a boy's home? So when all of those were rejected by the little boy, the policeman said to him, boy, I don't know, what should I do with you? And the boy said, you can send me down to South Africa, go join the West Indies cricket team. Them not beat nobody.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Nobody.
Oh, Jesus, a little boy. Even a little kid, they see West Indies get battered and bruised all over. And it is ridiculous. Because from where we're coming from, I think, alright, we won this series 2-0. I don't want anybody to talking about West Indies as turning the corner. No turning of corner. For you to be even fatter with that idea, we have to go and play like 5-6 tests and competing. If we lose, fine, but the fight needs to be there. Not much closing up at a test match. 5-day test match closing up in 3 days.
But the two things that you say identified earlier, the two elements that have to be there for you to be successful in cricket. You say one of them was patience, and those were the characteristics reflected by West Indies down in Bangladesh.
Yes, true.
And that is what worked for them.
True. Not going on a slap dash. Remember, guys, when we're talking about test match, it's not a slap dash. Patience. Play the ball on its merit. If a bad ball, you play it. The ball to defend, you defend it.
You see, after Myers made his double century in the first match, to win the game, when he came in the first innings of the second match, he failed, he only made 7. But guess what? I was so proud of him. He stayed there for 50-odd minutes and faced 40-odd balls. That means he never decided to go give away a wicket.
Exactly.
Dig in, him decide to be patient and battle.
Yes.
And if you have that attitude, the results will come. So although the result wasn't there, attitude is everything.
Right attitude.
I am I'm remembering back to my favorite test match of all time, against India at Savannah Park, when on the last day of the test match, with just an hour and the mandatory 20 overs to go, and with West Indies will have to make 200 odd runs to win, more than 10 over. Them the days we never have 20-28 or anything. And when Clive Lloyd went into the dressing room and said, gentlemen, we are going out there to win this one. And the legendary Greenwich and Haynes went out and started in 4 fine style. Pure boundaries, 6 and 4. By the time they cracked that opening pier, we were well on their way. But that is not what stuck in my mind the most. Clive Lloyd, the captain, did not change the batting order. There was a little young man named Gus Logie just met the side, maybe in second test or so. And let's say he was scheduled to go down at number 6. You have Malcolm Marshall, a good pinch hitter down to come, can come and blaze a trail. You have Jeffrey Dujan down to come. And Clive Lloyd send down Gus Logie, the young man, right in the heat of the fire. Gus Logie only faced 3 balls, but me never forget him innings. Him do just what the men before him were doing. The first ball was a 6. The second ball was a 4. The third ball then catch him on the boundary, high overhead, going for a third 6.
Of course.
Attitude.
Yes, man. You apply, man. You apply. You apply. You remember, we were playing at, I think it's Sabina Park, West Indies versus, I think it was Pakistan. Pakistan, yeah. And when Courtney Walsh and Jimmy Adams was batting, and I tell you, say, I was on my way coming from Kingston, and the entire bus drive up, put the match on the cricket. And I tell you, say, oh Jesus, man, Reg Pereira, all those commentators, when the guys commentate, man, it's like you're in this arena watching ball by ball. And I tell you, we end up winning that match. Courtney Walsh, you know, batting at number 11. Jimmy Adams, the Stone, he came down at number 6, and they won that test match. Won it. And you know, the Courtney Walsh can't back him live, but what? Dedication and application, right attitude.
When you talk about Courtney Walsh, because Courtney Walsh, I don't know if anybody break him record yet for most ducks.
Oh Jesus, man. Nobody no want that. Nobody no want that.
The prettiest thing is see Courtney Walsh batting and leave alone.
To the legs. Yes, man. Oh Jesus, man. My father, if he's doing anything, no matter what he's doing, once after daddy, Courtney Walsh is batting, him stop. Him stop because he know say he's gonna get a good laugh at Courtney Walsh. Whether if they leave alone, they owe him bat the ball or what something, but you know he's gonna get a good laughter of Courtney Walsh. And you see, we had so many greats back in the days. And Merv Dillon came under Courtney Walsh and Ambrose. You had Vatberg Drakes, you had so many bowlers came under Courtney Walsh and Curly Ambrose. And none of them perform up to expectation. None of them.
Why, I think at some point with our motivation was coming from the wrong direction. Every time you hear there's some dispute is about money or something. When you were talking about the days of Gordon Greenwich, Desmond Haynes,
yes.
Viv Richards, Clive Lloyd, Larry Gomes, Jeffrey Dujan, and the 4-prong pace attack. Those days, the pride was such that if you never paid them, they would have still paid.
Yeah, because they were playing for the love.
Because they were playing for the love and pride. I see we're playing a test match, and we're in a uncomfortable position. And Malcolm Marshall got his hand broken that day. And at a time when he should have gone in, West Indies was in trouble. Malcolm Marshall go down, they go back with the one hand.
All right. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. One hand.
One hand.
All right. One hand. So you see, and I don't know, but I love cricket. And the way cricket is being played right now, it's a matter of fact, T20 take over everything. T20 from 1995, West Indies cricket started to decline. When Australia came at Sabina Park and beat us for the first time in the Caribbean. 1995, I can't forget. That boy caught them, what did you keep the name? Junior Murray? Junior Murray dropped the twin and ducks. And the guy went on to make a double century.
That was what it was?
Yes, man. Steve and Mark.
And Mark was?
Yeah, man. From that changed West Indies cricket altogether. When we lost that first test series, 1995 at Sabina Park, everything just went downhill from there.
Because winning is a habit and losing is a habit.
Yeah, man.
Some people might not rate Viv Richards as one of the greater captains. But Viv Richards has never lost a test series.
Right.
Never lose it. Because, you know, even if you have a good product, you can still feel if you're not in a basketball, the coach important. In a football, the coach, the manager important. When you have a good product, you still have to make all the right moves.
Yeah, man. Right move.
In order to win.
Yes.
And you see, but in those days when Viv Richards was captain, if you drop a catch,
might give it to you.
one clear,
Yeah, man.
and you might not play the next match.
Yeah, man. Yes,
So,
man.
so it's a big deal.
Yes, man.
No people are losing a drop catch and
And
grade.
I laugh. And
As
I
if
laugh. You make ducks and you laugh. When Curly Ambrose make ducks, Mark, you know, me love it that he make ducks, you know, because you know, say,
somebody under fire.
when him come back for bowl, you know, and nothing normal, you know, because somebody get it back, you know. Somebody get it back. And Viv, to me, is a complete batsman. Complete. This guy, no matter who my face, never in a helmet, always chewing, red hat, and ready. And he's
No
ready to
helmet.
go. No helmet. No helmet. No, this guy, I think it was England. I don't remember the bowler's name. He got Viv 3 times in the series, you know. 3 times. So Viv was coming back down again to bat. And he's smiling. He wasn't even bowling. And the captain put him on.
Forget Viv
again. And Viv come down smiling and, you know, bouncing and stopped the wicket and took his mark and ready. First ball, 4. Next ball, 6. Next ball, 6. Next ball, 4. The 5th ball, he just block it. And he got onto the ball and said, that could have gone for 4, but I want the captain to keep it on. Next ball again, boom, 4 again. So you don't play. Viv went on to make 150 runs. You don't play Viv Richards. No, those guys, if you get me, remember, me I come after you. It come like in time, Brian Lara and Glenn McGrath. If Glenn McGrath just bowled 20 over, as long as Lara come down, he might put him on back. It's a psychological thing. Psychological thing.
When you talk about this psychological thing, you know, I think it was Alvin Kalicharan was the captain at one time, and they were out there labouring in the field, no success. Well, want a wicket, can't get a wicket, and he made a feeling change, move somebody into a different position. That don't make sense, and the fielder look at him and question skipper, what is for? And the skipper said to him, me no say it no make no sense. You no say it no make no sense. But the batsman no know. Mess up himself.
Yeah, man. For real, man. For real. I remember, Carl Uber was the captain. And Valberg was bowling. And Valberg said, go back. And he said, no. He must say, go back. I'm the bowler. And Carl Uber said, no. He must say, go back. And Uber said, all right. And the exact same place where Upa went, it didn't have to move. When Valberg bowled that ball, that's exactly where the ball went. All Upa had to do is just put him on, boom, and catch the ball. The hug and squeeze that he gave to Valberg Drakes, man, I tell him, man, it's a team sport. Sometimes, you know, the captain trying, laboring and nothing. And any one of the squad member can come to you and say, skipper, all right, here, let's do this. Not because you're the captain, you can't listen the same way, because it's a team sport. It just might work. It just might work. And oftentimes than not, it will work. It will work. Now, who's your favorite watchman?
Got to be Viv, because Clive Lloyd, who is probably one of the greatest West Indian captain of all time, arguably. For take us from scratch, right through the glory days. And Clive Lloyd was asked the same question once. And you know what Clive Lloyd's answer was? He said without hesitation, Viv Richards. And they asked, why would you say that? He says, Viv is the only batsman that I've ever known that plays some balls that are supposed to be unplayable.
Yeah, man. For real. Viv Richards, man. Viv Richards.
It's not really a classic batsman that you have a youngster that you want to learn all the correct move and the correct positions. Him very unorthodox.
Yes.
And him take nothing and turn it into something. Somebody bowling at him 90 odd miles an hour. And him meet them down the pitch and put it back over their head like it's a little spin bowler.
That mess up the bowler, you know.
That mess up the bowler. Many times Richards was criticized. West Indies start off in a failing position. 30 odd runs, 4 wickets gone. They have been in those positions already. And then talking about Viv in particular, and I was recalling many times when West Indies start off poorly, maybe at 30th and 4 wickets down, and Viv come in, and somebody would expect him to play what you would call a captain's nap, dig in and rescue the innings, and him come down, and him start to flash for boundary, 4, 6, and so, and he might get out for a 30th, and somebody say, I don't understand this man. Why him think him doing like him is a racer or something?
Yeah.
No, he should have come and stuck in and stayed there and tried to make 100. That wasn't Viv's mindset. Viv explained it in an interview sometime later. He said, guess what? Why the bowlers were getting the batsmen? They were on top. Them length and line perfect. When they get on top of you, they will get anybody. They will get even me. So guess what? I have to wrest the initiative from them. I have to get back on top of them. When the man come with him perfect length and line, I mean lick him like I'm nothing. And him come with a slower one, and I put him, and him come wide, and I put it away. He might wonder what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, man.
By the time, if my face are over, by the time I'm done, him confuse him, and know what I'm doing wrong. So we get back the initiative from them. So when a Dujan or a Larry Gomes come after me,
Same thing.
them can take over because the bowlers are no longer on top.
Yeah,
we
man.
take back the initiative from them.
They mess up
And
already.
They never
Yeah, man.
understand how mess up the meds.
Well, my favorite Batman is I mean love Tendulkar. I love Sachin Tendulkar. Tendulkar, little master. I mean love watching him play. Excellent batsman, master stroke player. Everything you can think of about Tendulkar. And you know, Lara, fantastic batsman as well. I've seen many great players play this game live and on TV. So cricket, beautiful game. Let's hope the youth them can come back. It's a gentleman's game. I'm tell you say, if you don't want a good woman, go and cricket match. Yeah, man. Because when you see a woman go swing and watch cricket, you know, she have patience. Yeah, man.
But no, where you pick Tendulkar, if I had to choose between the two of them, I went to choose Lara. And if I'm picking a side and I want the most reliable batsman, I'm going to go for Tendulkar. If I want a match for watch, and Tendulkar is at Kaiser, and Lara is at some other venue, I'm going to watch Lara because, guess what? Remember, it's a game, and game is for entertainment.
Yes.
And if for entertainment value, without a doubt, Lara.
Yeah, man.
When Lara started off as a youth, you know, and when him playing, it was Chelsea or Red Stripe Cup at the time, the longer version.
Yeah.
And almost every ball is a boundary. You look forward for every single delivery. At the end of the season, he beat Desmond Haynes' record, and he was by far the greatest run getter, the leading run getter for West Indies at regional. And he couldn't walk into West Indies side.
Alright, look at that.
Couldn't walk into West Indies
Okay.
side, although it was a record batsman. I had such flair, and it was a beauty, man. And the other thing about Lara, he made the most double century in a losing cause. He made the most good innings in a losing cause. He always come down as a one-down batsman.
Yeah.
But we hardly have a reliable opening pair. So it's like, he might go down there and he might lick the shine and fire ball himself.
Yes.
So if he did have somebody to start for him, when him go and he make 100, then I make 200, and when he go and make 50, then I make 100. But it's like him have to do it
It's like it's open
against all
batsman.
odds, opening batsman
Yeah.
all the time.
And
Sam was always against the odds.
Yes.
So that will remind me of a series. I think it's when we come back from South Africa. Or was it Sri Lanka? No, Sri Lanka was where after about 2-3 years of drought, him just run away with it and make a record number of testing at the series. Australia was when we come back from South Africa and we feel not even the one-day series we win down there. Ridley Jacobs was the batsman.
Yeah,
was the
leading.
Was the wicketkeeper, was the leading batsman.
Yeah, man, Ridley
Lara
Jacobs.
have a low average, maybe 30 down there, and he was the second best batsman. And then come back to West Indies. And you remember that series when he made this
159.
famous double 10.
Yeah, man.
He made the 159.
Yeah.
He make 100 flat off a little bit of ball.
Yeah.
The whole side make 200. Him alone make 100 out there. And everybody blame him say make we lose.
Yeah.
He make the 100 too far. Now the irony is, you know, when he was making the classical century, everybody praised him. And when all the rest of man fail, 100, and he make 100 out of 200, and he make a lose. And he made a double century, 212, and him shining every match. We finished that series at 2-2, but we should have won that series.
We should have won.
Coming back from failure and against all as in performing every match. Why?
Lara get a beating. There was too much. Lara had too much to do. Because the top order wasn't performing. The middle order wasn't performing. So Lara had to stay there. And Lara had too much. So if he had one or two reliable batsmen that could stay with him, West would have won more tests than they have lost.
You know why a man like Lara could have dominated the regional scene and can walk into West Indies side? In pretty much the same era, you would have just a little ahead of that, Gus Logie and Richie Richardson vying for one spot in the side, and then can decide who to give the one spot. And Gus Logie got the nod over Richie Richardson, and shortly after him start playing, who tell him to go either broken hand or broken finger? From him put in Richie Richardson.
That's it.
Him start to perform. You couldn't drop him again.
Yeah.
Logie had to wait 1 year before he could have met back West Indies side. Because him breaking little finger. And he couldn't get back in space. Richie Richardson come and dominate father and son. Richardson.
Yeah, man. It was a test batsman. I enjoy watching. Big Hat, enjoy watching. Hey, we had some, you see, that is it, you know. These young players now, they didn't get to enjoy the cricket that we once did. When we can talk about cricket, about the great players that we have seen play the game. But nowadays, what are we going to talk about? Chris Gayle.
Cricket was such a deal in those days. When we were young, we never owned a TV. The radio, and not even like digital or remote control. You turn on, click, and sometimes the roads going there and cut up the wires. Cricketer player Australia, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. My father wake me up and we sit down in front of the radio and listen cricket. We don't have TV and sit down before they get out of your bed listening cricket. That's how cricket. You remember the match down in Australia, the one-day match? Walsh bowling, 1 run for a win.
Oh, Jesus.
1 ball leave and 1 wicket. Them need 1 run for win. We need 1 wicket and 1 ball left.
And Courtney Walsh did it. Courtney Walsh did it for us.
When Courtney Walsh did it, I was sure I was the only one up. And everybody had in bed. And when we won that match, the whole village erupted like a bowl just to break on every That means everybody else was up. At that time of the morning listening to.
Yeah, man. Those are the glory of the cricket, man. 3 o'clock, people set them alarm, set whatever to make sure because you don't want to miss a ball when cricket was playing. And so, I love to see cricket come back again. That's how I would love to see cricket come back. But all these, nowadays, people see the cricket, they're not enjoying. They're not enjoying it. They're enjoying the T20, the slapdash game, the test match. That's it. But Jamaica and West Indies cricket, we can do it. These young couple of people that we have now, I hope say when they cannot hold it together. And guess what? We won the test match without most of our superstars because they were afraid of traveling with the corona and the 1-9 yard. So we won it. So kudos to these young guys for digging in. Not only beat Bangladesh in the subcontinent. 2 love, played very well and proud of them.
And it was a team effort because we won the first test with the bat. We win the second test with the ball.
All right.
So team effort.
So peeps, big up on yourself now. Jubilee there now, Yaadman Sport of you now.
Right.
Jubilee alongside Castle me now. Yeah man, thanks for joining. Zin, we go to the thing. Remember, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so at them drop on the on top. We go to the thing. Oh, you mean?
All right.
Respect.
Yeah.
All right.